Welcome to Elselah Books' special podcast for Lent season. This is the brief on the radical humility of Lent. Instead of throwing some triumphant military parade, Jesus' famous entry into Jerusalem was actually this completely deliberate, humble move to flip our whole idea of worldly power upside down. First, let's just look at the sheer, almost comical absurdity of the whole moment. Jesus rode into town on a donkey's foal, not a war horse. Honestly, it's kind of like Monty Python's King Arthur galloping in to the sound of clacking coconuts. Imagine expecting a mighty conqueror and getting, well, that. It had to look deeply embarrassing and ridiculous to the locals. But that bizarre display was actually a targeted strike against the status quo. Second, Jesus actively flipped the narrative by rejecting presumed power, prestige, and fame. And this was a long-planned revolution. Even before his birth, his mother Mary sang about this exact inverted kingdom, where the lowly are lifted up and the rich are sent away empty. This total rejection of worldly power leads straight to his ultimate sacrifice. Finally, let's talk about the wisdom of that foolishness. By taking on the shame and suffering of the cross, Jesus showed that God deals in what the world considers absolutely ridiculous. So what does this all mean for us today? Well, it means we're called to be fools who possess the wisdom of the cross, actively resisting the toxic temptations and power of this world. True power isn't found in glory or force, but in the divine, radical foolishness of serving others in humility. Thank you for listening to our podcast, and keep listening for more.